Guys, today we are going to learn a little bit about UI testing and unit testing. Uh, well, it is good practice for every code that will be used uh, by another developer, and it is assurance for your code that it will work, and the test will show that nothing in your code is not changed. To show you a little better about that, uh, I have created uh, some app called UI testing for showing. Yes, and there is view controller, basic view controller. As you can see, I have made some functions, and they are simple. Okay, display results. This one is connected with action button. Action button is in here. As you can see, when we push the button, something shows in this text field, something shows in this text field, and that is explained here. So this is the result of this one here. Should be, as you can see, count divided. So divider double divided is 20, divider is 5, and we will get result divided by divider 4. That is going to top text field, and to the bottom text field is going count multiplied. So we are just multiplying one number with second number. In this case, we should get 60. So just let's start this up and see what's happening. Okay, when we press button, we have results that we were expecting for, and that's it for this view controller. Now we are going to go to unit tests. Unit tests are tests for backend, so you cannot test here your UI. You can test only backend, so you can test your functions that you made, and if someone changed that function that you have made, this test should show that result is not the same as it should be. So now I will show you what I mean. So let's say for the test that we have made before, okay, we have to connect with the class viewController. So new class equals to viewController. So we can use the functions from that controller. So let's say let result equals to new class count divided. That is our function from this view controller, as you can see. So if we put here, for example, 3 divided is 6, and we will test it with xCode assert equal. We are putting here expression 1, so we are comparing two expressions, just to be clear. So if we put here, for example, 2, and this second expression will be result. So this is simple example for checking of our unit test. You can do that with all the other functions from your controller, count multiplied, and you will put some result that you assume that should be correct. And if someone change the function here, it will automatically show in your test. Let's check. You are checking your results by clicking on this little sign. It will be empty for the first time, but now it said that test is succeeded. So let's try to change in view controller. Divided. Let's say that someone changed our function that we have put to test. Now automatically when we try to test that, it will build, but it will show that test failed. 2.0 is not equal to 18.0. So we know that someone messed up our function from our view controller in this case. So that is the purpose of test. You can put as many tests as you want for your important functions, and if someone changes your function, it will automatically show here in unit test. So let's try one more. First to return, just to show you how this works one more time. Let's move results, new class, multiply, count multiplied, base number, it is not important so much, 5. It of course should return, for example, 20 and multiply result. So we can start here, and then it will test our all functions that we have put in here. So let's go with test, and as you see, all functions, all tests are completed successfully. It means that everything is okay in unit testing. So we can change here as we did with count divided, and of course when we try to test that, it will return that it is failed, of course, because we expected that this multiplies, but someone changed our function in new controller, and therefore it is not correct. Okay, now let's check one more time. That was unit testing. It's great for backend, but it cannot be used for UI check, for UI testing. For that we are going to UI test Swift. These two files, these two files and two groups are made when we try to make some new app. I will show you now. So you're going to File, New Project, and when you choose your app, you have to choose here, Include Tests, and then you will have all these files, and that's it. And if you forget, it is not big problem. If you forget, you just go to your target project and you add here. So you add new template for target. You go for UI testing bundle or unit testing bundle. You select any of these, and when you go next, I won't do that because I already have this. It will automatically create groups and these files for you. So that's it, as simple as that. So we are going now for UI tests. Let's see what we have here. Text example. Okay, we are making new instance of xCode application app launch. So this means that when test starts, it launches our application, and it does everything that we put here. So let's say I will start just app to show you how we can drag this button, these text fields, everything from here. We can drag in here in two ways. The first way, so we can go to main storyboard, select anything of those, and when we go to, just a minute, yes, when we go here to identity inspector, we just put identifier here. We can write everything we want. Same for this top field, same for this bottom field. So our button is update button. Just let me copy that. I have been making it, but so first we will make button app from the area of buttons, and we are just putting its identifier. Next action is button tap. Okay, so when the button taps, what should happen? So let's see. When action button is tapped, display results. We should have top text field with text count divided 20 by 5. We should have the 4 here. Bottom text field text should be equals to 60, and that will happen. So you can see when I tap button, it is showing these results. In this moment, test will not do anything, it will just tap button. But when we put top field equals app text fields top field, as I can recall, flat text equals top field value as string, and we will get one test equal expression 1 is, in this case it should be 4 0, and as expression 2 it should have text. So let's start the test and see what is happening here. As you see, it is checking all tests, all cases, and it will show us if something is not good. So test succeeded. It tested all of the cases, all of this. Oh, maybe next time I will just start this function, not to repeat the starting of app and checking. So as you could see, test is starting, button is tapped, 4 16 succeeded. So we got result that we wanted. If we put this one here, so this is UI test that is interacting with UI. Okay, now when we change the value, we will see that it is not good, and that is our main goal, to check if something is changed and something is not doing right. This is for UI test. And one more thing, I want to show you how the other way that you can put these values here. You don't have to remember identifiers this way. because it will do the app will do everything for you. So you are going to record UI test, this little button here. When you record, app starts. Every single action that you do will be recorded here. Button. Okay, top field. Never mind this. We are tapping just to get our information for our U controller. So as you can see, you got this identifier here, this identifier, but not okay. Static text button. Okay, it's okay this way too. This is not important. Okay. Never mind. Okay. It will do the tap. So this one here doesn't need tap. So we are top field equals app. Let button field equals app text field. So we know results should be 16.4, and we can check that. So let text equals top field value as string xct assert equal for text bottom field bottom text equals the bottom field value as string xct assert equal 20 no 60 no bottom text. Now we will test value. This one we don't need, we already made that. Okay, now let's run the test. Okay, so everything works fine. When we do recording, it also gets that identifiers and put it here.